They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Well, first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Devin McCourty brings him down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Goes underneath here to White. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Brady. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Shotgun now for Brady. And a dump off to White. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football,
let's go.
But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Bernard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Third down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Second down, Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Dalton here from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. From the gun, Brady throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Brady to throw on second down. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Brady hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Play action. Now it's Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. This is Michel on the counter, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now he'll throw with Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Bullock good on the extra point. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Brady. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for now on the year.
Good job, fellas.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Goal 50. Sugar, sugar.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a carry for Walton. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a carry for Bernard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Again, here's Bernard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now White on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw on 2nd down. Brady. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Brady now on 1st down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's Walton. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. William Hayes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Now a toss play to Bernard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back now in Foxborough. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Go! Yeah!
From the gun, Brady. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they've put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Brady now on 1st down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Brady now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Brady. And that's incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Brady. That is caught at the 7. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
72. Here we go. 54.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They come out here in the eye. And Brady will sneak it. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Gostkowski the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Now Walton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Big spot. Andy Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do When we have the opportunity, they've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Wait 20. Wait 20. Wait 10.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
New England on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run with Walton. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On the toss, Bernard. Oh, able to avoid him. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They'll run again with Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge 3rd down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
31.
Now Brady. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. pressure. Geno Atkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.